I just read in the news that the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, has sent to the Biden campaign a list of people who have given money above the campaign finance limit. This list, I was very interested to see, runs 200 pages. 200 pages of names of people who exceeded the campaign finance limit. Now, I don't know if this rings a bell for you, but it certainly rings a very loud one for me, because several years ago I was heavily prosecuted by the Obama administration for doing exactly this, exceeding the campaign finance limit. In my case, I gave $20,000 over the limit to a college friend of mine running for the Senate. It was a first-time offense. There was no corruption. I had nothing to gain from it. I didn't even tell the candidate about it. And normally, what should happen, and in fact what is happening in this case, is the FEC is just notifying the Biden campaign, you may want to return the excess money. So essentially it's a gentleman's agreement. These people are not going to be indicted. They're not going to be prosecuted. There's no discussion of any of that. And that's always been my point. Not that I didn't exceed the law, I did, but I should get the same penalty as anyone else who does the same thing. I believe it was in 2018 that Rosie O'Donnell exceeded the campaign finance limit 5 times by her own admission. Now again, some people put this down to sort of an easy mistake that someone can make. Now in Rosie's case, it wasn't all that innocent. Rosie O'Donnell used 4 different names. She spelled her name 4 different ways and used 5 different addresses with the apparent purpose of not allowing computers to collate these donations and make it clear that they're all coming from the same person. So she clearly tried a form of concealment. But even so, nothing happened to Rosie, no prosecution, no indictment. So you can see why I do feel that I was selectively prosecuted by the Obama guys. They singled me out. No American, in fact, in our country's history has been even charged, let alone served time for doing what I did. And as I sat across from the Obama prosecutors, it became very clear to me that if they could have, they would have locked me up for 20 years for this offense. Why? Because ultimately they were the real thugs, thugs with badges. And for them, I wasn't a citizen who went wrong. I wasn't even a critic of the Obama administration. I was an enemy, and they wanted to take me out. And so my civics book idea of American justice became obviously thrown out the window. And if I have anything to be grateful for that whole experience, it's opened my eyes to the gangsterization of the left. It sort of radicalized me politically in this sense, and it's made me more determined than ever to make sure these bad guys are overthrown.